Hey everyone, we're doing match previews. Wade here, joined by Dave Whitney, Ryan Cull, and Will Gavin. We're talking week 2 in the NFL, and another AFC big matchup. That's right, the 0-1 Miami Dolphins taking on the 1-0 New England Patriots. New England Patriots, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy who? Favored by 6.5 points. Ryan, your team is in this division. You hate both of them. Let's work through your hatred.
Well, I hate one more than the other. Obviously, I hate the Patriots more, but it's understandable. I think Jimmy Gangsta. He just showed up and he just was looked like nothing changed. I actually don't think Miami's I think they did really well to keep Seattle close, but I don't think Miami's going to be able to stop. I think what's going to hurt Miami is New England's defense, which has been playing really good, and I think they're just going to shut down Tannehill. Arian Foster, sure, he had an okay game, but he's not the Arian Foster of 5 years ago. I don't really feel that Miami can keep this up, but Miami's one of those teams that every year always kind of beats New England.
Beat them last year.
Exactly, they beat them last year. I think they beat them the year before. They're one of the, unlike my Bills, who can never beat them one game. But Miami always seems to keep it close. I think it actually will be a close game. I think you'll see Garoppolo won't be the same as he was, because the difference is Garoppolo had about 3 months to prepare
absolutely,
for the
100%.
Cardinals, and now he's only got a week. So I think we're going to see Jimmy G drop a bit. I think it's going to be a close game, but I still think New England's going to win. I just think their defense will be the difference in that game.
David Whitney, you're looking at a team, very good defensive organized Miami. What do you think? How do you see this going?
I think the also big difference between the first game of the season and this is suddenly other defensive coordinators have tape on Jimmy. They didn't have real live fire. Like, they had preseason.
Yeah, they had kneel downs, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So now they can see what he does and they can prepare properly for him. However, I still think that Dolphins are going to struggle. As upset I was that Lemony Tolsel is on the offensive line for the New York Giants, that is not going to be enough to up their offense, I think. But I hope they win. Of course I do, because I'm on the side of goodness.
You're a Giants fan. There's no side there.
Anybody who's on the side of right,
the side of humanity,
and isn't on the side of Nazi,
the Empire in the first order.
If the Giants can knock off the Patriots in 2 Super Bowls, then the Dolphins can do it in week 2 of this season. That's, I think, what you're trying to say.
Are you making a bet on that?
I'm absolutely not, no. If there's anything that the Dolphins can take from last weekend, is their defensive line looked great against Seattle, and the one area of weakness for the Patriots at the moment, beyond missing all those superstar players, is they're missing both their starting tackles. They're going to do anything. They need to get to Jimmy Garoppolo and get to him early. But last week, in the second half, he got hit 3 or 4 times by the Cardinals. He just bounced back up, showed great poise, stepped up, still made plays. I think the Patriots trounce them. I think 6.5 points.
I heard that
being mean.
Yeah. Okay, you understand the difference I find this week is Sue, Wake, and Mario Williams. That's a whole different line. They're going to crush Garoppolo. I think that they're going to spend the whole time Garoppolo on the back of his feet, dinking and diving, just like he did last week. They're going to come at him very hard. This is a whole different. They almost beat Seattle, and I mean, this was a team. Aside from that 71-yard pass that was dropped by Stills, Miami would have won. They would have secured this game, and they would have beat Seattle handily.
If there is any offense in this league which is designed for quick release, quick timing, it's Bill Belichick, it's the Patriots. Chris Hogan will have a big game. Julian Edelman will have a big game. Might even get to see some Martellus Bennett this week. And don't sleep on the likes of like James White on checkdowns as well. So I think you're going to see them getting the ball out quickly. Like you say, dink and dunk. It's not exciting. It's not big balls down the field. But Garoppolo showed he could do it last week, and I think he does it again this week.
I see Garoppolo getting bounced off the grass, and I see Arian Foster having the biggest day he's probably ever had. Wow. You know, he was stopped against Seattle, and that's Seattle front, but New England doesn't have that. And he's going to gash them.
I hope that is true, and I mean, that is a defensive line that could get in his face, and it is only his second live game. And you say it's an offense that's ready to release balls quickly. I mean, yes, we've watched Tom Brady release his balls very quickly over a manner of years, but this is a younger man who is going to be more nervous and hang on for it for longer, because he won't be able to make his decisions as quick as Brady did.
There was one play last week, the touchdown to the outside, where he got up to the line, he read the defense, he changed the play, saw the coverage he wanted and went for that, and that was the moment where I went, wow, this guy's actually a player. This isn't just a guy who's just been
but you
prepared
don't want
and
him to
sorted
face
for
what he's
it.
doing,
I think that's the.
He's come a long way, but
difference.
the Arizona is not the team they used to be. You know, Carson Palmer's not. They're not the team of last year. They don't have the same defense they had last year. And showing up, this is a team. Miami plays hungry, and as Ryan we talked earlier, Miami has got their number. I think in a lot of cases. All right, guys, predictions. Ryan, what do you see the score in this one?
I go New England by 10. I think it's going to be close for a bit, but I think by the end, the thing about New England is, I think you might even see Miami lead in the first half, but there's no one who does halftime adjustments better than New England. So even if it's close, which I think it will be, by the second half, New England will figure it out, and they're just going to go up. I say about 27-14.
All right, Will, prediction.
I'm going to go New England by 2 full scores, 35-21.
Wow.
David.
I think it might be a tie. No. I reckon it will be New England. I hope it's not, but I reckon it's going to be something like 17-12 New England.
Low score. I've got Miami taking a lead, New England coming back, not covering, but winning 24-21. You can make your own scores, own predictions. Why not play along with us? The Hippodrome. Go to draftkings.co.uk/hippo, and you can play with us this weekend. Play against all of us. We're giving away 2 free tickets to the winner to the first game, Indianapolis versus Jacksonville at Wembley. Second prize, 100-pound bar tab to the Hippodrome Casino. Come out every Sunday. The Hippo. Ryan and I will be there. Please don't talk to us after 11. We're kind of mushy.